everyone. It's Saturday the 22nd of May and yes, it's still raining. This has got to be about the 5th weekend on the trot and I just haven't had no chance of doing anything kind of work in the garden. It's just been non-stop rain. This month of May it's just been a total washout. Absolutely ridiculous. So we're going to crack on with the video. As you can see, the new shed in the background. We're going to, in this video, taking the old sheds down, taking the big fir tree down and taking the decking down. What we tried to do in the garden was salvage as much stuff and reuse it as possible. So as I said, they're only going to be short videos. Thanks for all your comments on the last one. And these earlier videos that we're putting up, most of the footage that we used was it was just footage that off the phones that we were sending to friends and family to keep updated, because if you remember, everybody during that time we were all in lockdown, so we were just sending snippets to friends and family. This is what we've been doing, and I'm trying to make videos out of them. But as the videos progress, we did start to concentrate on making videos of the garden, so they will get better. Right, so it's just as I say, an intro to the next video and what's going on with this weather. It's absolutely crazy. Thanks for watching and I'll speak to you later. So this is how the decking and the sheds look before we started taking them down. This is what it looks like now. As you can see, we've been busy. They did need some TLC. We started taking the foliage down, as you can see, cutting the fir tree down. This foliage was actually growing into the shed, and it was quite a bit of a challenge getting it all down, and there was quite a lot of it, as you can see. So we took one of the sheds down. We reassembled the shed in a different part of the garden so we could use it as storage. As you can see, these fence panels here are in quite good condition, and we decided to put these behind the new shed because these ones were in a pretty bad state. So as you can see here, we've cut the fir tree down. It just leaves the stump, which I'm going to dig out later. We've moved one of the other sheds. As you can see, the fence panels are in quite a bad way, so these have all got to be replaced. As you can see, underneath the shed the ground isn't too bad, but these are only 6 foot width and they need to be extended to 8 foot because the new shed was 8 foot by 20 foot. As you can see here, the foliage is absolutely terrible. It's grown through the fences. It's actually split the fence posts. That's the fir tree dug out, and then we put the floors of the sheds up to make a partition, and this is what we ended up with, so we could work on this side of the garden so the cats could come out and we could carry on working in a space where we wouldn't be disturbed by the cats. So once that we'd replaced the fence panels and put the netting back up and took the partition down, as you can see, the cats were very quick to come over and explore. These two are very close. She didn't appreciate him trying to escape, so she was using cat powers to calm him down. Talking of having powers, Ryan, we have got the coronavirus safety gear. Dun, 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 dun. Stay back. Do not come close.
We sort of through everything, look, and we came across all that.
As I said earlier on in the video, we were using and salvaging as much stuff from the garden as possible, so we took the 2x2 flags up from here and put the old shed panels on the floor for us to walk on, and extended the shed base, which was going to be 8 foot by 20 foot. So we replaced the fence posts on this side of the garden, but we ordered the wrong size fence panels. We'd actually ordered the fence panels for the other side of the garden, so we just used them temporarily anyway and stuck them in here for now. So the new shed base is nearly complete. we decided to raise it by a couple of inches to stop the damp from getting into the new shed, and also the original base was not level at all, so we relayed these with the old flags from the other side of the garden to make it completely flat, and we left a 2-foot gap at the end to stop any foliage from growing into the shed, and later on I'll explain what we done there. So we're nearly finished, so this is the completed base, and then we decided to crack on with the decking.
Oh, look at the state of it. Can't wait till it's all gone now. We decided to just go ahead and do it. I'm going to flag it, the whole lot. Oh my god. Oh well, we've made the start anyway. What do you think so far, Jed? We're done in. Oh well, it's hard just to get up than what we thought. But get in there.
We want to keep the trellis. I built that trellis, I made that trellis all them years ago. It's still in good nick. So we want to keep that, and we're opening these posts. The bottoms of them are going to be okay, so we don't have to replace them. So that's where we're up to today. Just get these last couple out and we'll have a brew. I forgot when I built this that I'd used screw bolts. Let's see if I can get this one out. So that should just come loose now. Yeah.
Off to the tip. All about gone. Bye, decking.
So as you can see, we've got all the decking up and we've got most of the posts out. We've just got to take the rest of the flags out. As you can see in the background, the new fence panels have turned up, so we've put them in, being replaced. But while we were doing this, the heavens opened. Hello everyone, as you can see the weather's took a turn for the worst, so we've decided to come out and do a bit of retail therapy. We've come down to look at the composite stuff for the garden, fence and the panels and the gates. It's quite expensive, but because we're doing the job ourselves we can save money on that, because the job we're actually doing in the garden would probably, you wouldn't get much change out of 15-20 grand is what we're doing, but because we're doing it ourselves it's probably going to cost us about 5 or 6 grand. So the stuff we're looking at, we keep changing our minds, that's the problem. We haven't made any decisions, we've sort of like rushed into it. But the garden's wide open now, we've dug all the decking up and all the posts are out. I was going to video that today, but as you can see with the weather. So this is the type of stuff we're looking at for the decking area. Hi everyone, retail therapy over, back to some hard graft. Right, I've dug down and I've come across this. That was buried and that's taken me quite a bit to dig out. Unbelievable. That's got to be 1.5 foot, maybe 2 foot solid concrete with a post. But all I'm doing here really is I'm replacing this retaining wall, and I'm going to use these 3x2 flags, but they're in, as you can see, long ways, but I'm going to tilt them so they're going to be in vertical, and I'm going to bury them about 2 foot, which will leave me about a 13-inch wall here. And put concrete all around the basin. That's how they should be solid and be able to use as a little retaining wall. That's the plan.
If you thought Jack could get any smaller.
I've given you a video, and
Sorry, go on. Wait there, let me go back and show them.
yeah, you do realise I've got hold of an axe.
Yeah, I do, yeah. Wait.
Yeah. George, do you remember this? How long ago was that? About 5 years ago? It's come in handy today, mate. I'm telling you. I've dug about 10 inches down and there's a railway sleeper. Who has railway sleepers underground in the garden? I mean, the size of the garden is absolutely huge, and the place where I want to start putting my footings, there's a railway sleeper. And I can't get at it.
Needs to pull his finger out, doesn't he? Get some work done.
There she goes.
I doubt your number I've got a video. That's all. All ready.